Hi, I'm Mike Chavez. I'm a physical therapist at the CSU Health Network. I'm here to talk to you about how to properly fall while snowboarding. First part of my video today, I want to talk about controlling your speed. In snowboarding, it's important that when you're coming up to jumps or any obstacles of that nature, that you control that speed going into it to set yourselves up for when you do land, being more in control as well. The main part would be bigger jumps. You need more speed in order to clear the flat landing so that you don't bottom out. And on smaller jumps, you can come up a little bit slower and controlled so that when you land, you're not coming down with as much speed. I also want to talk about rolling into your falls. Part of absorbing the impact from a fall would be to be able to carry your momentum while you're falling. Here's an example of what I mean by that. To avoid any wrist and hand fractures, it's best not to plant your arms out in front of you to kind of catch you from falling. It's better to tuck your hands and your arms into your body and then roll onto a larger part of your body, such as your shoulder, your back, or your bottom, and kind of take that impact and roll through it. That allows more of the big muscle groups to absorb that impact, and it prevents injuries in the hands and wrists. When falling backwards in snowboarding, it's important to keep your chin tucked in order to prevent your head from hitting the back of the snow or ice. So if you were going backwards or falling backwards, never reach behind you with an outstretched arm, because again, we want to protect the hand, elbows, and wrists. Tuck back, keep your chin tucked, and fall down this way to prevent your head from falling. It's a simple way to prevent things like concussions and also hand and shoulder injuries. Another way to prevent injuries, when you go and you're falling, when you roll into it and you're coming up from a fall, don't come up too quickly if you're not in control. A lot of times people who come up quickly then catch an edge going forward and have that same problem with planting their hands out in front. So it's important, if you're still out of control, to slide into that fall and maintain that momentum until it's safe to come back up and be in a better position. You also want to absorb the amount of impact through the board as much as possible. So when you are landing, think of bending your knees, bending your hips, and kind of squatting down into those impact landings, and try to take that impact through the board as much as possible, as that'll allow that ground reaction force to kind of get absorbed through the big muscles. And if you are falling, again, kind of roll into that so that you don't take that impact into your hands and into your arms. That's where most of the injuries occur. Probably the most important part of snowboarding is wearing the proper equipment, and that definitely includes wearing a helmet. Helmets prevent loss of consciousness, concussions, and are just in general safety, especially when going through trees or doing the park. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us here at the CSU Health Network. We're on the first floor and would love to meet and talk with you.